Okay, who are you?
Who are you? The something. The balloons.
Okay, alright. Okay, what do you got for me?
Well, we have remade the story of Hatchet. We decided to add vampires.
I'm sorry, what?
What?
We remade Hatchet.
You want to remake Hatchet because
Yes.
I've already made it.
Yes.
But we decided to change the plot a bit.
Okay.
So we decided to add vampires in it.
I can't read that. What?
I'll
What
read
can
it
you
for
do?
you. I'll read it for you.
I don't want you to read it for me. I want you to tell me about your idea. Okay.
Okay. Am I gonna do it?
I don't know who's going to talk.
We wanted to add more supernatural creatures and make it more fictional and more exciting for the audience to watch.
Basically, we made the divorce thing kind of different. The mom and dad divorced because like the dad found out the mom is a vampire, and no, he didn't found out it, but the mom compelled the dad to forget that she's.
Well, isn't this a story where a kid's in an airplane and the guy dies and well, how are you going to do that part?
Yeah.
That's after.
After what?
After the divorce.
So we decided that Brian, after seeing the judge and the lawyers, that he's gonna live with his grandmother. So that's how he got on a plane to go live with his grandmother.
Instead of his dad
Yes.
in the book. Why are you making that change?
Because that is the kind of the plot, you know. When he went down the plane, then he saw his grandmother dead, and there's a hatchet.
What?
He saw his grandmother dead.
Where
after-
was his grandmother?
In the island.
In the island.
No, because
How did she get there?
she lives there. She lives there.
She lives there.
He went by a helicopter.
All right. So does he make it to the island?
Yes.
He doesn't crash?
He sort of crashed because
Are you taking out the most? You're really changing the story, aren't you?
mostly yes.
So you're taking the crash out.
No, we're just keeping the main points and we're just changing
The scenes.
We can't change it. Into
So would you consider the crash a main point?
A bit, yes.
So you're not changing that?
Well, we do make him crash a bit, but we
A
do not.
bit? What do you mean by a bit?
Like the plane doesn't really like go kaboom and everything, and it doesn't rip into pieces.
All right. What happens to it? Does the pilot die?
Yes. He actually bit the pilot.
Why would Brian bite the pilot?
I wrote it here.
because his mother was a
I can't read your writing.
Okay, I can read it.
Normally in a pitch like this, I could have some sort of visual aids, something to look at. No, I'm not a smart man.
We're gonna really. So we actually briefly drew down the pictures, so it isn't really good. So first is the main point. So scene 1, the mom and dad divorces, and how the mom actually compels the dad.
So you're not going to start out with the airplane.
No,
You're going to start out with.
The divorce.
What about the grandmother?
the grandmother will be kind of old, but then
White hair.
Fluffy hair.
White hair.
fluffy
Fluffy.
hair.
She needs to be funny. She can be funny?
Yes.
Dead. She's not funny.
What are you saying? She's dead?
Yeah, she dies.
You're going to have the grandmother die?
Yeah.
Well, we can talk about that. That probably isn't a good idea. We don't want anybody dying. It upsets the teenagers. So is that gonna affect story at all? Can you keep the grandmother alive or not?
We could, but
Nah.
then it would be a
Nah.
bit different for the ending. Like
How would that affect the ending? What's your ending?
our ending was like
Because like the grandmother is dead, and on top of the grandmother there's a note that's saying you're next, and and it's kind of that's kind of the plot.
So basically, someone wants to like kill the family.
Okay, thanks for coming in, and we'll be in touch.
We won't.
All right, so who do we have next? Cartman Studios. Good afternoon. Who are you?
We are Cartman.
What's your names?
Cece.
Cece.
Karina.
Benjamin. Bob.
Okay, I'm Mark, the Money Man.
Hey.
Money, and welcome to my office. What do we have today? I got 5 minutes for you. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm the producer of our studio, and
So you're the producer.
yeah,
Who are you? What's your job?
I'm the director.
Director.
And I'm like the artist.
So you don't know what you are?
you are the artist.
I said that.
Yeah.
I'm the artist.
You're the artist.
Yeah, recorder. Like I
What do
record
you-
down all they said.
Recording what?
Like recording our new
The
ideas.
video or the?
She's our data machine.
You're a data machine. Are you comfortable with him saying that about you? That you're a machine?
She's very useful.
Okay. All right, go ahead. What do you got for me?
So we hope to remake
You want money for a movie? Is that right?
yeah,
You want money for a movie? What movie?
Hatchet. We hope
Hatchet.
yeah,
What's that?
it's a book, and we have remade it to
It's a movie that is based on the story of a book.
And we want to remake it.
You're gonna remake the. Okay, I've seen that. Horrible movie. They completely missed the boat on the whole crash scene. All the suspense that you got in the book has been
I'm
lost.
sorry to
because it's got-
interrupt, Dad.
I'm sorry, you don't interrupt me in my office, or I'll have the security come in and show you out. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let's try to know your place there, Sonny. Okay.
I'm Bob.
I don't care who you are. Don't yell in my office. I yell in my office, not you. Okay.
As the director, I would like to credit the producer Benjamin.
This is not an awards show. Tell me about the movie.
Okay, the movie we have changed, and I will read the script to you. So instead,
Read the script to me.
I mean,
no.
not-
I have 3 minutes now. Okay.
Okay,
Make
I
your
will-
pitch.
I will tell you the general changes we have made to the old movie. Instead of blabbering all about Brian's family, we have concentrated more in making the pilot teach Brian how to fly for a longer time instead of just a short. And instead of having the pilot roll around in the plane, having his chest fall apart, we make the pilot die silently and not having Brian notice until the plane jerks to the right.
So Brian's not going to notice that the person sitting 1 foot to the side has died in
Yes.
the airplane.
Yep.
How are you going to do that?
The pilot's gonna have a silent heart attack, and then he's gonna like die on his seat, and then he wouldn't make a sound.
Is this your idea?
All of us. Like Brian was thinking about something else, and
Who's Brian?
Brian is our main character. He is the boy that ends
You
up.
said that you said it was ugly and is singing
Yeah.
stupid playing.
In the movie I saw, yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, it's
So
terrible.
what's the benefit of having the pilot die silently? I don't understand. What's the
Because like
benefit?
Brian, like he was on a plane as like in the book and like in the movie, we can see how Brian is always controlled by people. But then because like this is like a chance for him to experience how to like get a hold of his life himself and try to like live his own life because like that's what he wanted to.
Okay, so the pilot dies silently, whatever. Okay, how are you going to make this exciting? And have an explosion or something?
We will have an close to an explosion.
You need
but-
an explosion in about the first 2 or 3 minutes. Okay.
Yep. And the pilot dies silently. That will cause like more tension and surprisement to the audience, I suppose.
Mm.
And
Okay.
so Brian finds out the pilot's dead. Like he turns around and the plane is going the wrong direction because the pilot died and he jerked the plane.
So that's why Brian notices the pilot's dead because the
Yeah.
plane jerked.
Yes.
Yes. And Brian picks up the radio transmitter.
Maybe Brian is playing a video game or something. Maybe that would make it more realistic that he wouldn't notice.
If
Maybe
you
he's
wish.
got headphones on. He's like a spoiled kid with the
He was
video
working
game.
on this
Wouldn't that help?
We would consider that.
I think that might be a good idea. Probably take somebody. What? You're not taking any notes here? Come here without any notes?
Benjamin's taking notes in his head.
Look, you got a bigger airplane there. Is that what you're gonna do? You're gonna put him in a bigger airplane?
It's
So we
still,
can cause more excitement with explosions and engines.
Sure. So how are you gonna do the crash?
The crash, we're gonna make the plane slide into the forest. We're gonna cut
before that.
the two wings off with trees.
All right, cut the wings off. That's good.
Yeah. And
With
then
trees,
pretty
and
much
the
just
plane
fall.
will crash headfirst into a tree, and it
then
will
into
spin
water.
into the lake.
Yeah, there's like
Okay,
still.
so then you got your audience expecting the boy to probably be dead if you go head first into a tree with the plane, just the fuselage and no wings on it.
no, the
Are you maybe give him a serious head injury? Did you think about that? Give him a serious head injury so when he survives, but he starts speaking backwards or something. Did you think about that? Make it into a kind of a comedy.
Yeah, sure.
that can work. Quick, guys.
And inside the lake, the water fills up the plane, and Brian will kick open the windshield, and he will try to jump.
Yeah, all right. So you think this is gonna make some money?
I'm sure it will.
Who's gonna want to watch this movie?
Me.
You're gonna want to watch it. How many of you are there out there?
There's
You
one of
think
me,
the
but then
world-
I have like
Oh.
200 friends out there who are expensive.
200 friends. You have any idea how much money this is going to cost to make?
Every
You're
200
talking about exploding an airplane. How much
But the
airplanes are-
200 friends have 200 friends themselves. So 200 friends is like
Oh,
40,000.
okay.
And the 40,000 friends will have like 200 friends for themselves. So it's going to be about
All
8.
that, you know what? You might be able to pay for one day of filming.
No, it goes on forever until the whole country sees this
movie.
movie.
All right. Thanks a lot for coming in. I'll let you know.